The top administrator of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops resigned after a Catholic media site told the conference it had access to cell phone data that appeared to show that he was a regular user of Grindr, the queer dating app, and frequented gay bars. Monsignor Jeffrey Burrill has since last fall been the General Secretary of the USCCB, a position that coordinates all administrative work and planning for the conference, which is the country's network for Catholic bishops. As a priest, he takes a vow of celibacy. Catholic teaching opposes sexual activity outside of heterosexual marriage. The National Catholic Reporter was the first to report Tuesday morning that Burrill had resigned, citing a memo from Archbishop Jose Gomez, the USCCB president, to other bishops. The Tuesday memo stated it was sadness that Gomez announced that Burrill's resignation, stating that the day before, the USCCB staff learned of impending media reports alleging possible improper behavior. Burrill is a priest from La Crosse, Wisconsin Archdiocese and was a parish priest and a professor before joining the administrative staff of the USCCB back in 2016. Some USCCB staff and former staff stated that they were reeling and shocked. USCCB spokeswoman Shaiko Noguchi stated that on Tuesday afternoon it was Burrill's decision to resign, and after that came the allegations of his improper behavior that were brought to the USCCB by the pillar. Quote, however, to avoid becoming a distraction to the operations and the ongoing work of the conference, Monsignor has resigned effective immediately. The conference takes all allegations of misconduct seriously and will pursue all appropriate steps to address them. It was unclear who had collected the information about Burrill. USCCB spokespeople declined to answer that question as of Tuesday about what it knew about the information gathering and what its leadership felt directly about it. The church also decided not to comment on if they knew if Burrill's alleged actions were tracked on a private or church-owned cell phone. The registration stemmed from reporting in The Pillar, an online newsletter that reports on Catholic Church. Tuesday afternoon, after Burrill's resignation became public, The Pillar reported that it had obtained information based on the data Grindr collects from its users and hired an independent firm to authenticate it. Quote, a mobile device correlating to Burrill emitted app data signals from the location-based hookup app Grindr on a near daily basis during parts of 2018, 2019, and 2020 at both his USCCB office and the USCCB-owned residence, as well as during USCCB meetings and events in other cities. The data obtained and analyzed by the pillar conveys mobile app data signals during a 26-week period, the first in 2018 and the second in 2019 and then in 2020. That data was obtained from a data vendor and authenticated by an independent data consultant firm contacted by the pillar. It did not identify who the vendor was or if the site brought the information or got it from a third party. The pillar also states that the app data correlated to Burrill's phone shows the priest visited gay bars, including while traveling for the USCCB. A spokeswoman for Grindr describes the pillar's story as being homophobic and declined that the data described in it could be publicly accessed. The alleged activities listed in the unattributed blog post are infeasible from a technical standpoint and incredibly unlikely to occur. There is absolutely no evidence supporting the allegations of improper data collection or usage related to the Grindr app as purported. On Monday, the Catholic News Agency, the previous employer of Pillar journalist, published an unsourced story raising issues within the church about privacy and people allegedly tracking members of the clergy to catch those who use hookup apps such as Grindr. The story stated, quote, a person concerned with reforming the Catholic clergy approached some church individuals and organizations, including CNA, starting back in 2018. Or comes the same week as the Post and other organizations reported that military-grade spyware normally leased to governments for tracking terrorists and criminals was used in attempt and successfully hacked of 37 smartphones belonging to journalists, human rights activists, business executives, and others, revealing new concerns and issues around technology and privacy and democracy. Now, let me just put it like this. I don't really care what anybody is unless somebody makes it an issue or if somebody wants to specifically bring it up to me as some type of big thing, right? If you want to be a preacher, a clergy member, whatever it is, right? That's cool. No problem, right? You can be you, live whatever lifestyle that you want to live, and you can decide to preach. The problem with that is, right, that there's some hypocrisy, right? Where you have those who want to hide behind the collar and the cross and the Bible, and they're living a life on the down low. That's a problem. And it's also a danger as well. But the danger part is for a whole nother situation that has nothing to do with this video. But the main issue is this. You can't decide to be behind the podium and you want to preach or you want to embody this type of image when realistically that is not you. The person that you are is the person that you are when nobody sees you. That's the person that you should be in front of everybody, not this false prophet, not this false individual, not this facade that you decide to put up, right? Maybe because of how your father taught you or your mother or how religious your family is, and they would be unaccepting if they found out or knew. Like I said, you're just going to have to take an L. And I need a lot of other people to start coming to that conclusion. Stop trying to go out here and decide that, oh, I'm going to just live the life that everybody wants me to live because, people wouldn't like me. People wouldn't accept me and all this stuff. Yo, if people are not going to accept you for who it is that you are, it is what it is. Take that L. If it's your mother, take that L. If it's your grandmother, take that L. If it's your father, your brother, sister, aunt, cousin, your whole family, take that L and move on. You can get you a whole nother family. You can go create one or you can go buy one, right? Like I said, everybody is not meant to be directly with you. And, if people can't love you for who it is that you are, then I guess you could say that they didn't really love you to begin with, right? And the other thing is this. Um, I'm not exactly sure the individuals who decided to pick up this data and they wanted to use it. But again, going to the very bottom of the article, they stated that, hey, there were some people out there that decided to get some government hardware, right? A type of hacking or virus, whatever you want to call it. And they didn't go after terrorists or whatnot or whatever. They went after journalists. They went after people that were fighting for, civil rights and other groups of people, right? They went after ordinary people in a sense, and that is very, very scary, right? They went after ordinary but important people, right? And that should be a problem to a lot of people. And more than likely, the person who decided to do this has some skeletons as well. They have some things that they themselves are also hiding. Because the funny part about it is, just like in government, some of the biggest people that are against certain legislation dealing with the gay community are also gay themselves. So again, it's pretty interesting how a lot of people like to live this type of standard issue life, right? But realistically, they're living a double life because they're putting on this facade in front of everybody, right? To make everybody happy so that they can keep everybody, with them and all this other type of stuff. But behind closed doors on their cell phone, they are who it is that they actually are. Right. But in public, they were like, oh, no, I'm against this. I'm against that. Yada, yada, yada. Like I said, a lot of people just need to be honest with themselves and, be who it is that they are. I'm pretty sure that there is a church out there or followers out there that would follow Burrell and his teachings or whatever it is, and they would support him. But the problem with that is he would never know or it would never happen because he decided that, yo, I want to sit up there and go at this one way. I want to do this the way that people respect, that people, will, completely identify and value and yada, yada, yada. Like I keep telling people, like, yo, just be yourself. That's it. You'll have people out here that will love you, that will support you for the person that you are, right? Inside, the person that you are. The moment in time that people lose value or respect for you is when you're not honest. even to yourself. Nobody can realistically respect that. Like, what's the use of respecting somebody if you can't be honest with you? That's the most important person, right? And that should be the main, in a sense, takeaway from the story. Again, dealing with the Catholic Church, I guess that's a black eye. I guess that's bad, but it's not the worst that they've ever had to deal with. So for them to, go to this extent and, allow or have the guy resign, I feel like they probably missed the mark. This could have been a way that they could have brought more followers, directly into the church instead of having more people leave or turn away, because the main thing about religion is that they want more people to, come seek religion, come seek the answers, sit down and listen to the gospel and all of these things. You're not going to have a lot of people listening if this is the main thing that keeps happening. So this is why a lot of these churches and whatnot, they're going, directly downhill, because they're losing support from a lot of different areas. So, hey, it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think about the story and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.